Hello, guys. Welcome. Today, we're going to talk about MoonClerk. MoonClerk is a platform that I frequently use in my business. It's an alternative to using just Stripe, just PayPal. It handles recurring payment plans with ease. It allows people to adjust their billing information, do things like that. It has the small links that you can pass easily and create little simple links you can pass to people and allow them to pay you in a simple way without creating a PayPal button, without having a website, without having to do any of that. And I find it so helpful in doing my business. And this is one of the main ways that I operate. This is something that I frequently do. So I am just inviting you in to look behind the scenes to learn how to customize this platform. So if you decide to go with it, you know what to do. It's not lost to you. It's not looking like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what to do with this. I don't have the time to figure this out. You can literally watch this video and you can have it set up in minutes. It's super easy, super clean looking, and the aesthetics are great. The simplicity is great. It has a player portal, and I just find it very, very easy that way. There is some cost associated with using MoonClerk. It's free to set up, but there is some cost with it. But I look at this as a cost of doing business. All of those fees that you spend for things like this is simply the cost of doing business. You're able to deduct it off your taxes, and it's worth the simplicity and the ease of it. That's how I like to value things. Is it going to make my life easier? The answer is yes. Then the payment is nothing in exchange for that. Like, it's simply like having a virtual assistant or having a regular assistant. Are they making your life easier? Then yes, then of course it's worth the cost. There's no question in that. So this is one of those same similar things. And it's like having an abundance mindset versus a lack mindset. Freeing your time up and your energy up by using something like this is going to help you create more money, income, and revenue in your business. So it's worth looking into. So let's look into the first thing. Like, if we were to, I'm going to get ready to share my screen with you, actually. Okay, let's share screen. Okay, let's go ahead. Perfect. Okay, so if we were kind of going to go sign into MoonClerk, create an account, you are going to just pretty much be here. You're going to see like nothing. So what we're going to go ahead and do is go straight into, you can go into your settings and you can start to connect your Stripe account. MoonClerk connects to Stripe. If you don't have one, you can sign up for one easily. And I like using Stripe versus PayPal all the time because PayPal has been known to have hiccups with holding funds, with doing things, with just being more complicated to use if you are used to collecting high values of money, an influx of sales over a short period of time. And plus, I've known they definitely have been harder to use with disputes, with anything like that. I just find that Stripe is a cleaner platform to collect funds, credit card processing, but I do like PayPal in some instances as well. So it's all about personal preference, but this specific tool connects to Stripe. So if you have a Stripe account, you can connect it here. You can add and manage your terms of services. This is what you want to have to do to allow people to know what to expect with you. It's a great way to add boundaries right away in your relationship, whether you're a coach, whether you are a service provider, whether you provide products. It's a good way to allow people to know what to expect. It's also extremely good in an instance where something were to come up, let's say an issue were to come up. I don't believe in expecting an issue, but I do believe in having certain things in place in your business. It's like masculine systems that allow for feminine energy. And this is one of the things that I do believe in. So we're going to have that kind of taken care of and right away. So you're going to do that first and foremost. Then you are going to just make sure your account details are up to date, wherever you want them to be, that you have your notifications set up. This is really important to pay attention to because you want to know, what do you want sent to the person who does business with you? What do you want sent to your customer, your client, whatever? Do you want them to know when their payments are successful? Or do you want that to just be something that happens? Or do you just want to notify them by email when their payment plans aren't successful? Or do you want them to know if a refund's successful? Do you want them to know that their card expiration date is approaching so they can update their card? What do you want them to know by email right away? go ahead and adjust this before you start taking any payments, because what we don't want is, let's say you don't want something coming to them and then it comes to them. It's too late then. You can adjust it, but you want to make sure you have all these things set up in the beginning. Then what do you want to receive? Do you want to know when people have a failed card? Do you want to know when people have a reoccurring plan ending? Do you want them to know that their reoccurring plan has ended? These are all things to just really keep in mind and just go ahead and select on or off. And super easy, super fast. Just one of the things you want to pay attention to. Extensions, the extensions bar over here in MoonClerk. This is if you want to add one of their extra services like digital delivery. Let's say you have a course. If you don't have a course platform yet, if you don't have like something like Kajabi or Member Vault or something like Teachable or anything like that, you want to look into this. It's something worth looking into. They have digital delivery where they'll deliver your course for you. And it's something simple you can do. I prefer using Member Vault. That's what I use. I love the cleanliness of it. I love the simplicity of it. I love the cost that's involved with it. It's very simple. It's very easy. And that's how I like to lean. And that's how I like to run my business. So that's what I use, but preference is all about preference. When it comes with themes, this is one of the things, this is how you make it aesthetically pleasing. This is how you make it your own. This is one of the things that I love doing. You can have several themes. So let's say you have several offers. You can have several themes. Let's say you have more than one aspect to your business. You might have different colors. You might have different logos with different images, a different vibe. This is where you're going to set that up. Now, I created this just for the purpose of today. This is not my personal MoonClerk. This is just a demo account that I created to show you this today. So I already titled it Mindset with Ease. I probably would not display the form title because I'm going to add an image. So I'm going to go ahead and add an image. If you're using Canva, make sure that you download this not in a JPEG, not the PNG, because it exceeds the file thing, which I have learned earlier. You can have the background be an image if you choose to have that. I like it to have just a plain image, a plain color, just because I prefer a more simple aesthetic, but that's all preference. You get to adjust that here. They have a default that looked a little bit white, but it's a grayish like type of white, and I like really clean, really sharp images. So I'm going to put the hex code, which are this hashtag numbers or letters that you see here, or a combination of the two. That is to pick the color that you are aligned with, that fits your brand, that you use frequently. It's good to have this on a note sheet of paper or in your docs, or just written somewhere so you know what colors that you frequently use or you're using with your offers. So you can just input them and do that here. You can also enable, that was just the background, but you can adjust everything here. Like you can adjust the body, the field labels, all of the things. Like for instance, I don't want my buttons to be blue. I might want them to be black. This is like all black, but same difference. And I could either type in the hex code or like, let's say, see, for instance, like these are different color blacks. So let's say I just go into and set the same color black so it matches the white. Oh, that's the hover. So I might kind of take that up. What if I want it to be colorful? You can still do that. You would adjust it here if you don't know hex codes and you're just learning and playing with it. You can do all of the above. This is not a real thing. You can actually adjust this to your liking when you're doing your real offer. I suggest that. So this is how we're going to do it. You can also enable fonts. So let's say you have a certain vibe, a certain font that you like to use on a regular basis as part of your brand. You can see if they have it here. They have tons to choose from, or you can leave it the way that it is. Like you can adjust the one for the title, the amount, all of the things. If you're really tech savvy, you can add the CSS code in the HTML, I believe, the CCS. You can go ahead and add that and it'll have your custom style with it. And that's if you're really techie, but I'm doing this for the sake of ease. So we're going to save and finish the theme. Okay. And I'll show you where this comes to be, where you're going to use it, right? You can have a new theme for every offer that you do, or you can have some core themes. Let's say you want a theme for your one-on-one, or your theme for one product, or a theme for your group program, mastermind, whatever. You just have those and you'll pick it later. We'll use that later. You can add, this is where you'll see your plans when you have recurring payment plans and your payments, but we're going to go over to forms. This is how you're going to collect your money. So you're going to put, let's say that Mindset with Ease is our form. It's our sample offer we're doing. You can add a description. This could be long or this could be short. This is just going to be short for the sake of us just seeing how to use this. And let's just make it really simple. You can, like I said, elaborate more. You do what you would like to do. It doesn't have to be longer. It can be long. You can be sure it's all in what you want to do. It's all in your desire and what's in alignment for you. So let's go ahead and set a specific amount, which is that option. I left it at the default. We're going to do $333. You can have it as a drop-down radio button. It's all perfect. It's all whatever preference you have. You can charge an additional fee if you need to. I'm, for the sake of this video, going to set this for recurring. And then I will set this recurring options because I want that to be set up according to my business. I don't want my customer or my client to choose that. It's going to be monthly. It could be the day it checks out, or you could set a specific date. Excuse me. Let's say you want it done on the 1st of every month. You can set it up to happen that way. Or you could do the day the person checks out. That's pretty easy. The duration, that's how many times you want this payment to come out for the person. That's how many payments there are. Let's say it's 3 payments of $333. You're going to go ahead and write the number of periods, which would be 3. That's going to tell the billing how many times to charge your person. If you want to include an upfront amount, let's say there's an upfront amount of deposit of $2,000, and then you want to start it. Let's say you don't want to start it the day that it checks out. Maybe you want to start it in January 1st, and you're just going to charge a deposit. I love this because it allows you to do all of that. And I think that's really smooth. This is one of the main reasons I love MoonClerk. Like, it just makes it so easy to operate my business. You can decide what's going to be displayed when you confirm it. You can just put something simple like, you did it, you're in. You can do like, tell them where to go. You can link a Facebook group. I love having that because it just tells the person what to do next, right? You can enable coupons or not. You can set up coupons right here in MoonClerk. So let's say you want to have 20% off for a certain amount of time, or 50% off, or a VIP or whatever. You can do that and set that up directly in MoonClerk. Super, super easy to use, super easy to do. I'll show you how to do that real quick after we're done this. Terms of service. This is where you're either going to upload, like I told you, and you can have that in a default. If I had set it up in the default, it would already be here. But you can copy and paste different terms of service for each offer. You can copy and paste the one you have handy. You can upload it, set it up ahead of time, or you can put a link here and you can link it to your website. This is also good if you already have one on your website that you use for your courses, programs, offers. You can just link it here and it'll just say, I agree to the terms and services with a checkbox. And then it'll have the link that they're meant to click and read through, or you could just have it displayed there. Whichever one feels good to you is what you should do. Limit checkouts. This is if you have a limit on your offer. Let's say you only want 10 people. And after, you can only hold space for 10 people. That's it. You might have space. It might be a retreat. You never know. You want to have 10 checkouts and then it stops taking enrollments for the form. That way you don't have to even take it down. You could just leave it open. And you can disable a checkout, which is really nice too. What if you want to close your cart? You can disable a checkout on that. You don't even have to think about it. Nobody can find your link and just pay it. And it's not the right time or it's not the right pricing. You can do all of that, control all of that right through here, which is really awesome. Now, this theme part, this is when we're going to select down all the themes that you created will be listed. You can select it and you can go ahead and save and finish here. This is where you're going to be able to preview. you can see how this looks. I love how like it just looks easy. Now, if I was adjusting, you see how this is kind of gray here, I would have made that white if it was mine. And that's just adjusting on the customization and the colors. It's just making it that FFFF hashtag, that hex code, just really getting the color. You can adjust the background, you can adjust the all of that and make it all match. But I love how it looks, and look how I did the hover color, and it does pink when you click on it or where you hover your mouse over it. But see how easy this is, and you can adjust the print, but it's just clean, and you can just pass someone the link, they can click it, and it automatically follows up with them for payments. Like it automatically takes their money out. It automatically reattempts if they are to, you know, default on a payment. It automatically does that. It has a payer portal where they can go in and change things and do things in their portal. They can have access to it on your website. It's just really clean and easy. Like and you get to decide what you want them to be able to do. I'm pretty sure I went over this, but just you get to like kind of adjust. I'll just go over it again. You get to decide what you want them to do. If they want to pause and resume their plan, cancel the plan, update their plan amount, do all of that. You get to decide that over here in payment portal, and just take this link, put it on your website, or have an email sent to them directly through your integrations. That's over here under account. You can go to integrations and just link it to whatever your email provider is. If you don't see that, that's fine. You can just do it on your own, or there's ways to do that and connect through Zapier. And you can just say when somebody pays through Stripe, they get this email or whatever. You can just have that done through something else. Or if you have it in a course pack thing and you didn't have them pay through that, you can have a link that automatically gives them access to their course. It's so many fun things that you can do that I find easy. Then here, look at this. You can go ahead and click this. Let's say you're doing a similar offer. You don't want to customize everything again. You just want to customize, like maybe have a paid in full option. You don't have to recreate this again. You can just duplicate, then adjust what you need to. So then this is the duplicated offer. You would go to edit. You would just maybe change the title. And then you could just kind of go down and adjust. Instead of 333, you can say it's, you know, 800 paid in full. Let's say we're going to do 800. You would delete the 333. And then you would go here and then click one time versus reoccurring. And then you would have everything else be the same. If you're going to let everything else be the same, you're going to go ahead, save and finish. You can preview, then you can see it here. Super simple, super easy. I like ease. This is very easy for me. So this is something that I do. I told you I would show you how to do the coupons. You must activate your account before you do the coupons, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Once your account is active, you're going to go ahead and you just create. It's just easy. You just go to that coupon section and add it, and it's able to be added. So it's super, super easy to use. I love it. It's been really helpful to have. Like I said, there's some costs involved. You can look at that, but I do have a discount link and everything available if this sounds like a platform that you're wanting to use. If you like the way this looks, but here's the good thing. Your payments that you're paying are tiered by how much payments you're collecting. So to me, if you're making money, you're spending a little bit more money, but who cares, because you're making money. And it made it easy. It made it aligned, it made it simple. I don't need a full-on like page, like landing page for people to purchase from me. I don't find it necessary. I don't read them. I don't love them. If I feel, every now and then I'll feel this urge and I'm like, oh, I want a landing page, but that is so rare for me. But every now and then I do get the vibe. I do get it. And I follow that. Most of the time it's something simple. I find this does the job, and this is the vibe, and this is what I do. So this is like, you saw how quickly I was creating that, like from idea to reality. It goes really, really simple. I'm going to be doing these things. I have like a whole program that I'm creating on how to kind of create your offers, how to create a course from scratch, how to do all of these things. If you're interested in working with me in that, that is something that you can sign up for. Just contact me and I'll show you how to get set up. This is also something that I will be doing from time to time in some free videos. So subscribe to my channel. go ahead, join my Facebook group, and get on my email list because I'll let you know when things like this pop up. If you've enjoyed this video, if you resonated, if it was helpful, let me know so that I can create more content to serve you. And that I get that kind of, just knowledge that this was in service, that this was online. I'm gonna stop sharing, and that this was something that was helpful to you. So I'm a generator and I love getting that feedback from you. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.